you have goals bigger than the playoffs. What's it mean to clinch?
Yeah, actually they said that to me in there. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I mean, we got way bigger goals, and it's on to the next one. So it's nice to get this win here because we know this is a good football team. It's nice to come out here and play good on the road, and we'll move on to the next one, enjoy this one for a little bit, and move on to the next one.
What's it like putting up this type of performance after a rough game here last season?
Yeah, I don't think we think through that. Like, we don't think about that, like what happened last year. I mean, this is a whole new team. This is a whole new coaching staff on their side. This is two different teams playing. So that really, it just feels good to go out there and perform offense, defense, and special teams, to really well and beat a good football team out there. And so that's not in our mind. Again, when we talk about dog mentality, it is literally learn from your mistakes, but move on from your mistakes. And that mistake happened a long time ago, and with a different team, with a different group of guys, and we're on to this year, and we'll learn from the mistakes we made in this game. We'll learn from the things that we did well in this game, and try to take that on to our next game.
Nick, did you give Miles Sanders a game ball, and how important was it for him to have this kind of performance in this game?
Yeah, there's only a couple times I've given game balls after a game. What do you have? 100? What did you have? 144? 144. Yeah, he'll get a game ball. All right, so Miles, you'll get a game ball. He knows he'll already get one of those, and so he'll get one from that, and it's good. I mean, first time he's went over 1,000. He's been great all year. He's ran the ball hard. He's protected his butt off. He's protected the football, and he's just playing really good football right now.
Just the fact that he's healthier this year has been a difference.
Yeah,
do you see a different maturity at this point?
I think I see his play improving too. We've always been able to count on Miles, and we know he missed some time last year with some injuries with the ankle. But it's both and, right? It's that he's been out there every single game, and he's improving as a player, and that's our goal as a team: is how do we get better every single day as a team? How do we get better every single day as an individual? And Miles is a great example of that because he's improved his game, not only running the football, but all those other things that I just talked about.
And Nick, what do you think clicked early? Those first two drives, they were both long, they were both sustained. What do you think clicked early offensively?
Yeah, it's not easy sustaining drives that long in this league, but we were really good on third down in some third down areas. We put it in our players' hands to go for it on fourth down in one of those areas, and Devontae and Jalen went out and made a big time play. So it was being able to convert in third down scenarios and be able to keep the sticks moving. And again, I felt like Jalen was just in complete control. There's a play that he hits Miles on the sideline on a check down where he didn't force anything. The defense dictated where the ball went. He took it to Miles, and we got 8 yards off of that, which I thought was an awesome play. And he was just in complete control there. So it was the conversions on third down, and it was also just really good quarterback play by Jalen.
It's the first 12-win game. It's the first 12-win season of your career, and a lot of teams you've been a part of had to fall into the postseason. So what does it say that it's not that significant to you?
It's I talked. Elliot asked the question about me and getting in the playoffs. I guess that is nice that you don't have to sit there and wait to see, hey, am I getting in? But we know our goals are higher. We want to win the division, and that takes one game at a time because we know the Cowboys are playing really really good football. And so yeah, it's nice. That's a nice part of it. You don't have to sit there and say who's this team playing or who's that team playing. You just handle your own business, and hopefully I'll do that from here on out instead of waiting.
This stretch of recent games from Jalen, I mean, what can you say about the level he's playing at?
Yeah, really high level. Really high level. You guys have seen it. He's playing really good, and we're in the team. I mean, the last 3 games we've scored. Has it been 40, 44? And I don't know if one of them wasn't 40, but last week was 35. But that's good quarterback play. It's good offensive line play. It's good tight end play. That's good receiver play. It's good running back play. It's good quarterback play. And he touches the ball every time, so it's big time play by him. Our offensive line's just done a great job. I think the tight ends have really stepped up. It was really nice to see those guys. They blocked their butts off today, and then they also made plays when it came to them in the passing game. And so that was really good to see. Everybody's stepping up. Quez has stepped up, and you got an injury to Dallas Goedert. It takes everybody, and they've accomplished that.
Off the beaten track, and it's a while after the game. Watching you on the sidelines, you're very emotional. Have you always been this kind of emotional guy on the sidelines?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. There's a picture that I love of my dad. yelling. I don't know who he's yelling at, but 1978, I think the picture was taken. He's got these plaid pants on. That was the style then. He's coaching. He's got his headset kind of ripped off, and he's got these. He's kind of got. I don't know if he had a Fu Manchu or if he just had big lamb chops of sideburns off to get the picture for you. But he's going crazy and it being emotional. This is an emotional game, and so. It's fun to be able to go out there and show your emotion and get excited when you need to get excited, get mad when you need to get mad, but then be able to move on and play the next play. So I've been blaming that on my dad. But yeah, I think I've always been emotional, and football, I think it's a little easier to be emotional because you got 40 seconds to the next play until you got Shane's calling the play. I can do what I need to do and then get myself back in the mode. Or I know I had a big time issue in basketball. If I turned it over, I'd be there. I'd had a hard time with that because the turnover is so quick. But yeah, I think that's always how I've been. And yeah.
On both sides of the ball, on both sides of the ball, do you feel that you all are in the beginning stages of starting to play your best football, or you're coming into January and all that?
It's a process, and you want to be able to continue to elevate as the season goes on. And so, hopefully you're starting to play your best football around this time. I think that we got really good players on this team. We got really good coaches on this team, and we've shown these last 3 weeks that we keep getting better, and that's just got to be the goal here, and that's how we go about our goals during the week. We want to make sure we're meeting with high detail. We want to make sure we're walking through full speed to the snap, and we want to make sure we have high intensity at practice, because that's to us how you get better. When it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, when you're getting better, and then you're able to go out there and perform. So hopefully we continue to do that. And I know we got the right leaders on this team and the right guys on this team that understand the importance of that. And we'll go back to work. We'll enjoy this one. Go back to work tomorrow and see if we can get better next week.
One more, folks. Would Rain have kept going if this were a competitive game?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to get more information. I usually come here to talk to you guys, and then I get to talk to the doctors, and then I'll figure a little bit more out. So I'm not quite sure quite yet.
After the sit-box injury, what was the sideline like scrambling to make a plan there?
Yeah, I don't know if scramble's the right word, because I think I know Coach Clay and Coach Panunzio and Coach Brown were on top of it. Unfortunately, you practice those things, and you hope they don't have to come to fruition, but you practice them, and you get ready for them. Just like if, God forbid, something happened to the quarterback, you do the same thing there. And so you have backups. You have to, with the roster, the sizes the way they are, you have to be ready for that. And so it was just, hey, we might not like what's going on right here, but here's the plan. Here's Covey, you go to holder. Jake, you go to punter. And let's get through this, and let's make sure we're on top of it everywhere else, right? Snap, Rick, you got to be great with the snap to Covey, and Jake, you got to be great with your operation, because it's just a little different. And Rick, in the punt team, you got to be great with your operation right here when we go punt. And so the guys did a nice job of that. So I don't think it was a scramble because of how much preparation goes into each and everything. And Coach Clay deserves a lot of credit for that.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, everybody.